A stretch of guys getting in and out due to injury, but if they can stay cohesive and continue to gel down the stretch, to me, there's no doubt that these guys are a real contender for what's happening in the West.
Yeah, Tim, your thoughts on him coming up clutch at the end?
I mean, the man has a flair for the dramatic in every sense of the phrase. And yes, they were coming off a tough stretch. He's fresh back off of an injury. He had a rough 3 quarters. Turned it on in the 4th quarter. I mean, the man has a flair for the dramatic in every sense of the phrase. And yes, they were coming off a tough stretch. He's fresh back off of an injury. He had a rough 3 quarters. Turned it on in the 4th quarter. There at the end, though, 8th buzzer beater of his career. This one's different, though. This one is a 40-year-old man who is still the strongest, most athletic guy on the floor, just out muscling everybody, out elevating everybody with a game on the line, getting it done. And yeah, how could you not smile if you're Luka Doncic and you see your teammate do that while you're flat on your back?
Especially with the losing streak.
I feel good with this team, man. This is one of the first fantasy teams I felt good with in a long time.
You mentioned the 8th career game.
I really feel good with this team. We in the groove, man. I don't even want to say that, but we in the groove right now, man.
Trailing only the great Michael Jordan. So, Timbernack, put this in perspective in terms of the 10-point streak away from the buzzer beater. How impressive this is that it's going back to 2007.
It's incredible. Was it 400 some odd games or something longer than the recently over the years? The next longest figure scoring streak in NBA history. And honestly, it's as much about durability as it is about dominance. Durability. It is about dominance. Obviously, he's had some injuries recently over the years. The fact, though, he's not had to leave a game earlier than he scored 10 points, it's amazing. And look, if he's finishing the game, he'll get 2 double figures. And last night, he turned it on in the 4th quarter, and they needed him to because they needed to lift that point of the game.
What were you doing in 2007?
I literally was like, I graduated high school in 2007.
Did you really?
Did.
Oh my God. High school in 2007?
Shout out to the Holy Cross Titans.
My goodness. I was in some small market on TV trying to get to ESPN.
You were trying to get to Dallas, Barry. You were trying to go cover up Dallas high schools with me.
That's right. That's right. You know what? You're right. I started in Dallas in 2008 at the NBC station. That means I was in Columbia, South Carolina.
Look at you making it happen.
And here I am with Monica McNaught.
Hey, we made it.
It was the valedictorian. Maybe not. 10 games left. Quickly, what do they need to do to establish legitimacy as contenders?
I'm going to say but I hope it's not taken for granted. Stay healthy, for one. But I think they're there. And by we, I mean my colleagues here at ESPN. Seems to be that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be one of the last 2 teams standing. But the idea that the Lakers need to do anything else, they're going to be a contender. The West is that jam-packed. I was at the Garden last night. The Clippers are here. To me, you can't sleep on the Clippers either, even though they're bouncing in and out of that play-in position. But the Lakers are legit contenders because they have LeBron James, because they have Luka Doncic, and they have a versatile, big wing that can switch. And JJ Redick is something involved.
They had the talent to do it. We know there was some news with LeBron yesterday before they went up to the Lakers. He was welcome to Pat McAfee, and he gets asked him a lot, but how much longer does he think he
Bitch ass nigga, we on 10 already, nigga.
It's popping up more and more every year because obviously I'm on the other side of the field than the previous side. For me, it's I am all about the process. Like, I am all about the process, and if it gets to the point where I don't feel like showing up to every $5 in the band, so I don't feel like training, or I don't feel like studying the scout sheet guys. Like, if it gets to that point, like, I know, like, you know what, Brian, it's a wrap.
All right, so Timbernack, he was asked the question, so he had to answer it. But what was your reaction to the comments about the retirement?
Yeah, I don't think LeBron minds answering that question. I mean, he's going to answer that question and frankly inviting that question.
Oh my God, ain't no fucking way.
It will be dramatized upon coming back every single summer moving forward, but it's going to be for a few summers at least because I cannot see this guy seriously considering retiring when he's still playing at an all-NBA level at a team that has a legitimate chance to do damage and in, I think, the near future, maybe not right now, but the near future, be a real championship contender.
Monica, if I put my ESPN bet hat on and said over under 4.5 more years for LeBron, what would you take?
I would take the over.
That's fine.
Because his son Bryce is going to Arizona. And I know that he could do this even in that interview, that he wasn't necessarily waiting for Bryce. But if he's got a shot between the opportunity to win, as Tim just pointed out, and continue to make more history and do it with his family, like he's still so impactful and successful right now at this point. And so I actually really felt him on, like, when my mind is checked out, then I'll roll out. But you're just talking about in terms of his physical ability right now. I'm too like, you can go 5 more.
And Luka could be another time. We're built for the run. Luka Doncic in his prime. We'll talk to Tim McMahon coming up in just a bit. 2007, by the way, McMahon had 4 foul.
Wow, that's
how long ago that was. Guys, thank you. Get back to the military. You know what? And you make it look good. 39 points, 10 rebounds, assists, including this no-look pass. Watch this. Oh, my.
This guy, come on, man. Off to this time, okay? I'm a fellow. I'm about to this.
Off to the side is good, too.
I like that.
The thing I love about this is he doesn't even crack a smile. He could not be less impressed with himself after delivering what might be the best highlight dime of the NBA season so far. It just business to Joker.
Straight business, no joke.
That really was looking at you. How do you do that? Let's go to the Celtics now. They blew out the Suns by 30 points without Tatum. By the way, the Suns have been playing a little late. Monica, shouldn't the Celtics rest Tatum until the playoffs start?
So I'm not a big rest girly unless there is a blatant issue. I think you allow him to feel it out. Might miss a few games. Yeah, but again, chemistry, how well you're clicking, and the clock strikes April 20th is going to be important. So if he cares, let him rock.
100% agree. Look, he's not some kind of fragile guy. He's one of the most durable superstars in the NBA. If he needs a little bit of time to get that ankle right, fine, but you don't have to put this guy in bubble wrap. Let him go in the playoffs with a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah, get in rhythm, see if they can't defend that title, because we know once they are healthy and good, the Celtics might still be the team to beat in the league. Let's go to the Clippers now. James Harden, 29 points, Kawhi, 27. They beat the Knicks. Monica, are you buying the currently 6th-seeded Clippers as title contenders?
Hey, yes, I am. And if you're not, let's go for it. I understand that the hesitancy around Kawhi Leonard and his skill and availability consistently in the postseason is a little bit sketchy. So this is the most efficient offense, or top 5 efficient offense in the month of March. These guys are rolling. And last night, James Harden, this is crazy stat, but like 75% of his scoring is unassisted. Like, he's looking, Harden's looking, Zubac is playing bricks to those guys. Yeah, they look sneaky dangerous.
That's what I was going to say, Sunday was doing. They grind.
There you go.
Let's go back to the story of the day. LeBron with the buzzer beating Tickle to beat the Pacers last night. It was a big win for them. They snapped the losing streak. It's hard to imagine what the NBA would be like without the king. He's been the face of the league for 2 decades. He was asked about being the face of the NBA yesterday.
Right after MJ retired, after he came back the second or third time, yeah, he came back and he was done with Washington. There was a big fan player separation with our league. I feel like in order for myself to make a name for myself, obviously I was a player who was going to take care of myself, but I know how much I committed to it. But I also I wanted to handle the responsibility, of showing on the face of the league in a sense of like a modern citizen, being a role model. I felt like I had an opportunity to not only play the game that I love, but also I wanted fans to follow me. I wanted people to follow my journey.
Well, to be fair as well, LeBron, at least when he started the league, was sharing the face of the organization with Kobe Bryant. And taking the face of the league, so she split time there before LeBron fully took over. So what was your reaction to what LeBron said about being the face of the NBA?
Well, to have been able to sit and watch and enjoy LeBron for 20 years, but also I think remember the Sports Illustrated cover, right? Like, so all the chosen one, all of this stuff that LeBron has had to fulfill because of the expectation, and to blow that stuff out of the water. I mean, it's a continuous tip of the cap to this man. He's truly one of a kind. And so to hear him articulate that he knew that then is really cool. It always seems that he's been meticulous about how he moves in the NBA. Sure. Because happy is the head that wears that crown.
And you're right. Sports Illustrated as a teenager, I think it's ironic too. When he became an high school and then became players in the league. Man, what do you thoughts?
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals.
This is the way.
What do you think so far from what we've seen?
Relationship between LeBron James and basketball.
Defensively.
And has he been flawless? No. The decision was a PR disaster. You know, his comments after the 2011 finals were tone deaf. There's been times when there's been a little bit of pettiness. All in all, 22 years is officially not a sniff of all his off-court trouble. Obviously, on-court brilliance is more than held up his end of the story.
Yeah, and look, to your point, there's going to be missteps along the way that have been so prevalent for so long. And I've always been an anti-legacy guy until the period is at the end of the sentence. But I started to discuss someone's legacy until they're done playing. But we know that this is important to LeBron because of how he started and how he finished.
100%. And we can't wait for periods to talk about legacy. Come on, now, man. That's not how this works. But the one thing I will say is, to Tim's point, a mutually beneficial relationship, but also the timing of this era and how we consume sports. Once upon a time, people just needed a medium, us or another reporter to kind of get this message out there. But between his production company, between how deliberate he is, between the things that he's done off the court, he's got a whole school in Akron, right? He's really building this thing day by day, long by long. And so I think this wonderful confluence of these modern day athletes that LeBron James represents.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, we saw this kind of with Magic Johnson when he was done playing. He started dipping his toe into different ventures. Everyone's got production. Yeah.
He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Checked in for the Pistons. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for the Heat. Anthony comes in for Hardaway.
Hello, it's your favorite sports up here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make those. LeBron James went on the Pat McAfee show today. Nearly 3 weeks after confronting Stephen A. at a basketball game. LeBron broke his silence on the incident, referring to the fallout as a Taylor Swift tour run for Stephen A. The beef started, on the comments Stephen A. made regarding Ronnie. I initially wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to talk about it. We didn't talk about it. Y'all didn't hear anything from me for about the incident for 3 weeks ago. But now LeBron went on Pete Mack, and we have to talk about it now. LeBron said he hasn't been too happy with how Stephen A. has reacted to the situation. He's on a Taylor Swift tour right now. It started off with, I didn't want to address it, but since the video came out, I feel, this is LeBron talking, I need to address it. He completely missed the whole point. The whole point, never would I allow people to talk, allow people to talk about his sport and criticize players about what they do. This is your job to criticize. But to a position where the guy's not performing, that's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's not my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. He's going to be smiling ear to ear when it comes out talking about it, because I know he's going to be happy as hell. Me, I wish Stephen A. would just left it alone. Once he addressed it, once it happened, the first time, but address it, this is what happened. He came over to me, said what he said. I want to address it now, and I'm going to be done with it. Because as my grandma used to say, boy, stirring the well is still split.
All this other shit on your podcast.
So every time they talk about it stirs it up again.
Yeah.
And look, I see both sides of the equation. But Stephen A. just needs to let it go. He needs to let it go. And now he's like, well, if he'd hit him, I don't think LeBron was coming to hit you. LeBron was coming to tell you, bro, just stop talking about my son. He said, it's like you said, as a father, now you're making it personal. You're making it personal because now you're making it seem
And look, this is how LeBron, I think, looking. You making it seem that I'm not a good father, that I'm not putting myself in, putting my son in a position to be successful. And so you're pushing this. And so LeBron took it a certain way. And am I surprised LeBron responded the way he did so publicly? Because LeBron is a very private person.
Yes, sir.
He might have an issue with someone, and you will never know it.
You'll never know it, yeah.
You will never know it. So, and so for him to do that at a game, and it wasn't after the game, it wasn't before the game, it was the third quarter for the timeout, let you know how upset he was at Stephen A. and what Stephen A. had been saying. But at this point in time, I understand LeBron, they asked LeBron about this, but if I'm Stephen A., hey, guys, I've already addressed that. He said what he said. I understood his point. I said what I said. Now it's time to move on. Look, it's not going to stop me from talking about LeBron James, the basketball player on the court. But the incident, I feel that we've talked about it ad nauseum. I feel we've talked about it enough, and now it's time to move on. That's what I wish Stephen A. would do.
Yeah.
But like he said, I mean, look, I get it. That's LeBron James. It's the biggest name in pro North American sport. And when you mention his name, good, bad, or indifferent, people don't want to click and hear what you have to say about him. But the one thing I know about this guy, and I know him a little bit, I don't know him as well as a lot of people do. That man loves his family. He's going to protect his family now.
Always. And I think when you think about it, you go back to the way things happen with LeBron actually addressing Stephen A.'s side is, what Stephen A. said, obviously was said publicly. On a public forum, on TV, so he addressed it the exact same way. Publicly. Courtside in the middle of the game.
Yes.
As a father, and like Stephen A. said, he understood where LeBron was coming from. Stephen A., I think in the individual that he is, LeBron said what he had to say today. I'm sure Stephen A. is going to respond to that because anytime anyone says anything to or about Stephen A., he's going to have an answer to whatever is being said. That's just him. And it's always been him. I know you would like him to leave it alone, but I don't think that's not how it's going to go.
The only thing I would have said to Stephen A., look, I know people are going to be like, man, LeBron should have stolen on you, LeBron should have did this. Man, they just talking. Stephen A., man, you the same, man. I'm about to be 57, you about to be 58. That ain't even your MO.
Right.
You ain't gonna fight nobody. LeBron wasn't gonna swing on you, and you wasn't gonna, LeBron wasn't gonna swing on you, so there would have been no need for you to swing on him. I'm glad you guys stood there and y'all talked. Look, he said what he said. You seemed to be receptive at the time of it. You understood. You said you understood because he was speaking to you as a father and not LeBron James, the basketball player. And you said you understood that. Let it go now. Let it go now. Look, I had issues. I remember I had a conversation with Kevin Durant when he first got traded to Phoenix. And I walked into the hotel and said, hey, what's going on? And he said, oh, let me holler at you right quick. I said, what's up? Okay. I'm like, I ain't give him that, no doubt. Let me holler at you right quick. I said, what's up, bro? He said, man, what it is? You got people, you got my kids up. I said, man, why you say that? He said, man, the way you talk. I said, KD, bro, I'm passionate. I said, any topic that we discuss on that show, I'm very, very passionate. I spent a lot of time researching it, and I'm very, very careful with what I say. I said, KD, it ain't about no like or dislike. I said, I don't know you personally. All I talk about is what you do. That's it. Whatever you may or may not do off the court, I don't give a damn. I said, you can ask your mom. I've talked to your mom at nauseam. She used to come on the show. I've seen her events. He said, KD, ain't no like or dislike. I said, I'm just passionate about topic, bro. I said, I don't dislike anybody. Because I don't know anybody to dislike. It's not like me and Oak. I used to hang out with Oak. Oak used to work out. Sean Oakley used to run on the track with us. Oak used to come to the gym and work out with me. Oak and I used to go out to Houston. That was his favorite restaurant. The N-word always got the cheese toast. Me and Oak have a relationship. I mean, I'm only called Oak. I said, I don't know any current players like that.
Right.
I said, but I'm just passionate about topic. I said, bro, I ain't no like or dislike. I said, but if I didn't like you, right. He said, all right. He said, man, I just, you know. I said, cool, bro. I said, I ain't got no problem. Just anytime. Hey, here, give me your phone. We exchanged numbers. Left it at that. He saw I was at the game the other last year, a couple of years ago. I took my daughter to the first one. Was it right with this? Nah, it was 2 years ago. But anyway.
First half of this postseason contest, and it hasn't been a great game so far for the Miami Heat.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're playing a comeback.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Detroit leading by 8. Get out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Brand. Then there's Irving. And it's Chamberlain in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Johnson outside. The three from Anthony. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, Anthony is just this competitive. He wants everyone to know what he can do.
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Johnson against Kidd. Here's Hastings. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's McGrady, and he jams it with authority.
Well, McGrady is just going off right now. He's enjoying himself and going after buckets with reckless abandon.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Johnson finds Anthony. Nifty move. Rebound, Detroit.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Brand passes to McGrady. A three-pointer, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Pass to Brand. Chamberlain kicks to Brand. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Kidd, and it's blocked. They get it back. Chamberlain, the pass to Brand. Now McGrady. That three off the mark. Outside Anthony. Here's Hastings. Takes it inside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. Chamberlain got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Kobe, that's for 2. Here's Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Julius Erving.
And the talents of Anthony on full display, mercilessly baiting the defender.
That free throw good from Anthony. Detroit making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And Anthony drops them both. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Pistons. They lead by 11. Here's Chamberlain, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good from Chamberlain. Kevin Durant's checked in for Anthony. Chamberlain hits them both. And Miami has possession. Here's Hastings. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
From outside the arc, the shot by McGrady, no good. The Heat trail by 11. KD passes to Hastings.
And he doesn't get a lot of recognition for it, but Durant is a terrific passer.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 9 field goal attempts since halftime. Jimmy Bickerstaff has called a timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. Leading the league in points per game. Such a great play. And of course, Tracy McGrady.
And whether it's been attacking off the bounce or pulling up, both these guys have been lighting it up.
Let's off the clock now. Here the third. Irving got it.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting them off. Normally, that is an easy point for him in the rim.
Durant down low.
Pointed down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Grant outside. It's free with the jam. There's a reason the lead is 1-0 right now.
That's too easy. As you said,
Johnson the pass to Hastings. 6 to shoot. Chamberlain with the clock. He's out of bounds, but he's able to retain possession here. Abdul-Jabbar checked in for Detroit. Jones comes in for McGrady. O'Neal's checked in for the Heat. Iverson comes in for Hastings. And then there's the shot clock violation. Could get the shot off in time. Hardaway's checked in for Miami. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Doncic passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And he makes it alone.
Just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Now Detroit moving it up. Brand dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. it's outside. Stolen by O'Neal. Out of the way, and so it's Detroit. They're leading 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some.
The game. What did I say about Ronnie?
Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's get this next bucket. We got to put together the frame right now. All right here in the head. Right here in the head. Steady connection.
Greg urging his team to go on the run again.
I mean, they have what it takes. And Coach Snow right now is trying to spark the fire of his group.
And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. So with Cousins on the bench, this is Eric Spoelstra as on the floor. Durant is out there with Hastings. Then it's Iverson. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Anthony in the three. A small forward.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on that.
Chipped away. Hardaway with the steal. Pushing it up. Finished by Katie.
He's just too long and lanky. Durant can go through you or around on the inside.
Detroit leading by 9. Here's McGrady. Drills for the three-pointer.
And with that three, the second of that is told from before the break.
Hardaway passes to Anthony. Drops it. It comes off the assist from Hardaway.
They've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away.
If you see something on the big screen, then you know what to do. Oh, no thanks. Let's see what you got. Oh, everybody's getting down.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort, and we'll see how it works out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. McGrady outside. Kidd with it. Iverson picks him up. Kidd passes to Abdul-Jabbar. McGrady kicks to Kidd. And the three off target.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just really off.
Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And it doesn't get any easier for Carmelo. Love seeing him go up strong inside.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's McGrady. Hits the three-point bomb. McGrady's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Detroit.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Heat trail by 10. Bryant looking around. Outside Anthony. Over Irvin. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Bryant. Anthony's got 12 points in just the second half. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. McGrady passes to Bryant.
Oh my God, this is crazy. This is ridiculous, bro.
Good job here. Get inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
And that one falls for Bryant. The Heat trail by 11. Johnson outside. Pass to Kobe. And a miss there on the triple.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him.
They're trying to get a foul. Look at this dude.
Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for Detroit.
And Mosey did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that back.
Kobe, that's good.
A nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
Here's McGrady, and he's good on the three ball. McGrady's got 9 points in the quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Kobe. Miami needs to get a shot off. Hastings no good. Pistons lead by 14. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he makes that one.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here.
34 points. Lakers lead 112 to 110.
For the Pistons.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Stolen by Brand.
And entering the final countdown, Game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Pistons.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
The win tonight will bring the series to dead even at 2 games apiece, just what they hoped for before the location changes again.
Just where they want to be. I mean, they fought hard, and boy, did they look great tonight and got the job done.
Here's Irving. And then Irving shoots it.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the day.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Flame Game. Johnson outside. Gilmore passes to Bryant. And finish off by Bryant. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. McGrady with the ball. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This was a crucial game for them, tying up the series at 2 apiece, Greg. A huge accomplishment.
In this series, I think hinged on who picked up Game 4, Kevin. I mean, now it's a 3-game series, and anything can happen.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Tracy McGrady.
10 points in 1,283 straight games. That is incredible. You know, we've been doing this for a long time in love sports. I do think there's still this. We take LeBron James for granted, right? Like, consistency, let alone in sports, but in life, is elusive enough for many of us on a regular level, right? But for him to be able to have the sustained greatness, and I know we've talked about it a lot this year as he's turned 40 and 22 years in the league, but you really got to stop and think. Like, these are things that are not done in commonplace. And I think as fans, I hope that we're all smart enough to really enjoy it and not be in a situation where you miss it when he does finally decide to all right. Let's bring in our ESPN NBA reporter, Tim McMahon now. Tim, put into perspective what we were just talking about. So many consecutive games dating back 18 years of 10 points.
1.5 times the next longest streak. It is a unbelievably historic accomplishment. Honestly, it's as much about his durability as it is his dominance. The fact that he hasn't had to leave a game early to injury without getting to that double-figure mark. And, last night, 3 points through 3 quarters, they were getting LeBron to rock in the fourth quarter. Not just about the milestone, but, Luka came through it all the time. He's got to rest a little bit. And LeBron took over that game when they needed to get him back in it, keep him in it, and obviously to finish the job here.
I will also add, though, too, Tim and Matt. Yesterday, hanging out with my guys on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, come out and podcast for the game. And we were talking about how the game has changed, and how some guys were impacted by analytics off the sound of Jeff Kingston and they're putting him out of the league. Yeah, I gotta appreciate that LeBron.
Alrighty, so the latest today is sitting right next to me, Miss Jess Hilarious. I'm doing good, girl. How are you? So Jess, you did Club Shay Shay. It was a great interview. I watched the whole interview.
Did she crash out?
No, she did not. She actually handled herself very well. Up through some messy questions in there too. Handled yourself very well. But there was a few moments from the interview that have now started to matriculate off of his YouTube channel because Offset is pretty upset.
Okay, matriculate?
You know what I mean? Who? Offset is upset.
Okay.
So let's take a listen to.
In a while. Like what?
I'm going to play the audio. Let's take a listen to Jess speaking on Cardi Offset in the interview.
Cardi B and Offset, boy. Would you ever be in a situation where you go at it to her, it'd be fine, but
I would never do that. Now, I never did that. But me and Rome, we done had our days of arguments. My son's father, I've never gone back and forth with him. Hell no. Never ever want to do that. Because at the end of the day, it's still us. I think Offset was doing him what he just knew that he had. He knew she would never leave. He knew the things to do to get her back. He might be good for like a couple weeks or a couple months, and then you back out there doing what you doing. You know what I mean? But then when she started moving on, that baby couldn't take that.
Yeah.
He'd be upset when certain people take Cardi's side, because I think he feels like it's a side y'all not seeing.
Yes. So that is why Offset is upset. So I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet this morning. He said, "Just stop mentioning me before I roast you. Before I roast your A-word for hating on another."
No, he said, "Before I roast you ass."
Yes, I tried to say it.
No, don't bring it up. Read it like it is.
Before I roast you A-word. Oh, wait, we can say it.
Yeah, we say it.
Oh, before I roast you ass for hating on another black woman.
He tried it. He tried it. I don't know. Is he talking about you or is he? Who was he talking about?
I think he's talking about the whole situation with us here and all that stuff.
See, and then that's the thing, right? Because he is in my DM. I didn't open the DM yet because then I would feel compelled to just go crazy on this man for whatever. But I read the first few words and it said, "Why my name in your DM? Why my name in your interview?" Because I was asked about you, stupid. Come at Shannon. Don't come to me. Yeah, we see the way you move. You mad. And you crash out and you should behind your life. But don't do you, and then you see her moving on, and then now you mad at everybody else for talking about it. Everything you do was in the media, stupid. Like, telling you can try to play that game if you want, Offset. You don't know me. You do not know me. And just like Chris did your man Quavo, I would do the same way. You know me.
You said like Chris did Quavo.
Artists, so they did it over a beat. I don't need a beat. I would listen. Let's not play. Because it's the baby mother mouth to you.
But Offset had felt the way before, though. He felt the way we always talking about him in the before.
Yeah, I think I think he was mad because he took Cardi's side. Well, I know I said I'm happy to see her getting outside because from what I see publicly, I feel like he's played with her a lot. And she's coming down. I'm happy to see her attempting to be happy.
Yeah. You feel that bad about it, come have a conversation. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what he said. He said there was two sides to the story.
And I even said that in the interview, right? I said, now maybe we don't see what Cardi do, outside of, what we see in the movie, but, he just got mad at that.
I think it was a fair question and you gave a fair answer. I don't think that it was shit. I think it was
asked about you. So, it is really
well, another point of the interview I know we were talking about this morning, the Summer Walker Lil Meech stuff.
Yes.
So, let's take a listen to Jess talking about the Summer Walker Meech situation in Club Shaking.
This is CIAA weekend. This was
2 years ago, I had a birthday party. Mitch was in town for Seattle. He was doing a party right down the street from my birthday party. I DM'd him and said, hey, I don't know what you're doing after your party, but if you want to stop at my birthday party, we do have a section for you or whatever, something like that. This man screenshotted that and posted it after I said that he was a little musty, Like I was trying to get with him. And then what I got mad at Suno about was, he was so damn dumb. You think you're trying to get at him? Like, come on, let's just use your mind as a woman. He looked like Rob Shear. The guy that used to big old dude.
But you know your name and say you.
No, she called me ugly. She called me ugly.
One phone is on the way.
I didn't even know she said that word. She said one phone is on the way from what?
One phone is on the way from what? Down syndrome?
You got one or two. Ain't you wrong? She is. One phone is on the way from what? I didn't even know she said that. I'm like, okay, Sister Sharp. Sister stupid. That's what your hands are like. She ain't checked with somebody before she said that. Yeah, and so when you referring to, because I think a lot of people was like, when did Summer say that? She of course said, so she said, she posted this long Insta story, and she said she wanted, she basically was mad that Jess had said what she said about you being musty and him going to cheat and all that stuff.
Just be hitting middle school nerves. Somebody musty.
Come on, and the reason I did it, like I said, because he did not put his arm around, what I'm saying? And then now his shoulder smelled like a sword. And you're like, whoa. She said a lot of things in the Insta story, but she said, I understand you wasn't, she said, you think being so ugly, you try to be sweeter. Being ugly in and out isn't good. Isn't a good combination and will not get you far in this industry. First of all, I people that maybe more in this industry, but anyway, don't do me. Like, don't do me. I did not know that she said I was ugly. Now, that's
now you mad.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I didn't even realize that was such a long tweet. I couldn't even understand. I didn't know that she said that. But you know I'm not ugly. Like, she's not ugly. She just.
I wonder if somebody even cares now that her and are not together no more. Yeah.
But that's stupid. Because I had them ready in the holster, but this was so old. I ain't even ready. I ain't even do it.
So did Uncle apologize? Because when we first announced that you were going to breakfast, so he was like,
just not you just got that. That's exactly how he said. Yeah, he did. We have to apologize.
The mouth that you got the job. Ocho and Al Nightcap was talking about it. And I said some comments and then went by. I said that, hey, Ocho, be nice. So, thank you. I want to take the time out to say I apologize. That was not my intent. But I was just like, yeah, she's a nice looking woman. She has a nice figure, Ocho, so forth and so on. And, he's 57 years old. I mean, he just that. And, they try to play it up. And so,
like I'm not in my 30s.
I didn't, and I don't ever want someone to feel uncomfortable with my comment.
No.
So that's why when we take the time to say, I apologize for once.
Oh, that's okay. You just got some good eyes on it. That's just all that means, inside and out. But yeah, I did appreciate him doing that. I mean, it wasn't me that got mad about it. You know what I mean? It was a lot of other people, older gentlemen. She's young enough to be a daughter, you know what I mean? And in these days, old enough to be his girlfriend too. People be younger.
It's funny too, Shay said we tried to play it up like he don't be in his interviews playing everything up. Like he don't be putting sauce on everything in his interviews.
That's just about BBS. You know what I'm saying?
Two messy clips that he put sauce on. We tried to play it up. Like, you know the game, that's what people do.
So you handed that well, she did that. She was Selene, I said, she was swerved her way up out of that. And it's always him looking surprised when you, like, you act surprised. And now it's like, why they do this like they did? They know us. It's so funny. It was a good interview, though. Make sure you guys go check out Justin Club Shay Show. Appreciate that,
18 days after the Celtics game, Duncan LeBron James, the game-winning shot of the game, first five for the game, 13 points in the game, the 18th championship for the Lakers. Halliburton had 18 assists for the Indiana Pacers during this game. The 44th minute of the season. LeBron James, first man back from 18 days after he sustained the injury at Boston. This is Wednesday. Lakers are champions. It's the first game since at the Bucks. First time for the Bucks since at the Bucks. They were down 118 to 119. The last time from today's game to the Game 7 win over the Thunder and predicting is 2 months and 6 days. Lakers were playing the Pacers. The closest win finals to go to the bottom time Kobe Bryant to defeat the Celtics. 9 months and 9 weeks and 4 days will give the Celtics falling 9-4 in the finals against the Lakers after the Lakers wins the championship over at Bingtown, Miami. Now take a good turn. Team James. The big James wins the title 89 days after his first win back for Team James wins the title 89 days later. Team 7 lost a hand. Here we go, baby. Here we go. So keep on to the game winner. It's 85th day of the year, 85 days in between Brian, both Brian's birthday. Boston and Bobby and Brian with Boston. He's playing a basketball hoop. He's a James. Really wanting Brian basketball. It's about time for his birthday. The 40-year-old team up LeBron James to the top of the game on a 0 point for 3 quarters. Team up LeBron in the fourth quarter, carrying the team to victory. 86 days old. Team up LeBron James is the greatest of all time. Look, LeBron James on the fans, wildfires. They are winning it for the city of Angels. The day of the fires began to the first win back. Citizen for Dope is back in the NBA Finals and retires. Kobe was born in year 78. The return to the floor to the play in today, 72 days. He is in fact the greatest NBA player to walk the floor of basketball. Let's win back to the finals took again. 7 days. Definitely a bit of extended 2.0 inactive. I think the season opener is going to be Cuba. Austin Reeves for him. In the bond, they win. You're going to have a look there, they win. Cyclops football at this win. Let's go! Keep it on time! Going to 22 weeks for the entering game 1 at Boston with 22 wins in the bars and you go keep it on time! 5 months, 4 days. Going on Bryant, 54. Keep it on time! And now time for the game to connect the bar with win back in action to the game 7. To the beginning of the playoff, 24 days, 2024, 3 months, 3 days, the Lakers' 43rd appearance as a franchise in NBA Finals. And now, we must decipher the day of today, today 1, against the 71 of the Lakers is the 13th LA team, the Lakers, the big win, the same fight, and LeBron James opening up the 24 victory. So as we get to the final game of the 2026 NCAA tournament, is going to be at the Prince Stadium, but it's not so good.
Yeah, bro, we can run, bro.
Like I'm
This week in NBA 2k25.
There's a fresh clothing drop in the city. Limited to this week only, check out new threads from brands like Braindead, Stay Cool, Thistle, and Revenge.
The Wild Collective Gear has a fresh take on Celtics apparel with oversized sweatshirts and this upscale coach's look.
Celtics fans would love that for sure, but I'm looking at more of the business look of could have been record.
This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Now here's Booker. Allen outside. Takes a three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim. Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Messi. Pass to Williamson. Ooh, stolen by Allen. And now the Suns fast break. Beal gets the bucket.
You love the energy Beal has. I mean, he's racing up the floor to convert on the fast break.
Now here's Alvarado. Back to Williamson. Over Allen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Suns on offense. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. He feels the X factor in this one could be C.J. McCollum. Coach said his combination of scoring and playmaking is elite, and his teammates follow his lead. We can't afford to let him go off tonight. That would make it an uphill battle. Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. McCollum on the left side. Kicks it out to Williamson. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Pelican substitution. Number 00, Bruce Brown.
And here's Booker. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Bowl.
And another basket for Phoenix.
Timeout. Yeah, great awareness there from Booker. A selfless team-first play.
And we've got a timeout call. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we go. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Left side, Williams. Pass to Dort. Fires the three. Pure from three-point range. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Outside Neesmith. Halliburton on the wing. Another miss by Halliburton. First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
They need this. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's supreme court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people's shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill, feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Sends it home from three-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
It's Holmgren, high post. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. I mean, they simply can't miss right now.
Halliburton looking over the floor. They double team Halliburton. Up top, Siakam. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Now here's Halliburton. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Nesmith. Nembhard outside. Halliburton outside. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. And Indiana misses again.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Dort with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
All sorts of time. And Nesmith gets it to go. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Getting ready for Indiana. 1:15 left in the first. Here's Caruso. Pass to Williams. The Pacers pull it in. It's an even 3-on-3 break. McConnell with it. Siakam left side. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Here's Caruso. Yep, that one goes.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's McConnell. Takes it inside. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
The Pacers again can't hit. And it's Williams off the drive. And the layup falls.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And here's Halliburton. Outside Matherin. No good on the three. Thunder leading by 16. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Spins. Pass to Toppin. Outside for Halliburton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. To the inside. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Pacers trail by 20. Halliburton up top. Deflected. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wiggins. Missed inside. Now the Pacers with it. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. Halliburton for three. Boy, can't connect there again. 0 for 8 in this game. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Caruso. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso's got his second basket. McConnell outside. Looking to get it going. Now Halliburton. Over Caruso. Halliburton, no good. 1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Oh, sweet move. That one doesn't drop. Walker with some nice D. Pulls up. And the basket by Halliburton.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Here's Nembhard. Still without a bucket. 6 on the shot clock. He gets it in there.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Joe with the ball. Turner covering. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, a special move before that shot.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Nembhard. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Thunder leading by 21. Here's Williams. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. The Thunder making a switch here. Oh, stolen by Turner. And here's the fast break. .34 seconds left in the second quarter. Nembhard outside. Just 5 on the clock. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner. 11 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Now the Pacers on the move. Back to Nembhard. And so it's Oklahoma City. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back after this word. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Nembhard. Hartenstein pulls it in. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. And you think about the value Andrew Nembhard provides. Clark, he really excels at running the offense.
He's the quintessential point guard, B.A. Has a great feel for setting up his teammates for what they're trying to get done. Plays with tremendous pace and great confidence. Typically doesn't over-dribble and is unafraid of any moment.
6 to shoot. Pass to Turner. Over Hartenstein. Turner, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 21. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Now Dort. Launches it. And no good. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Siakam, no good.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Halliburton. Yep, that one's good. Holmgren's got 8.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said, it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Thunder leading by 23. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Again, Halliburton missing.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Pass to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Nesmith on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Up top, Nembhard. Clock at 6. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Hartenstein. Turner, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. 9 points in the game. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
A challenging stretch for Indiana here. They're scoreless since the first half. Siakam outside. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game. Time called here. The Pacers decide to talk it over. Oklahoma City making a switch here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And Indiana misses again.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Pass to Siakam. And stolen by Williams. To the middle. And Williams punches it home.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Now here's Toppin. Nembhard with it. Outside Mathurin. To stop the drought. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Clark, talking about Benedict Mathurin. He's another great young Canadian player.
Yeah, they've got a ton of them coming from north of the border, PA. I mean, Mathurin, you got R.J. Barrett, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, at this point, you could probably fill a couple of rosters with high-level players that come from Canada. Pretty easy to get excited about Benedict Mathurin's potential. He's got a high motor and a terrific set of athletic skills and the ability to knock it down.
Siakam misses from close range. And stolen by McConnell. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Siakam, right side. Fires it from 18. Williams grabs the board.
Indiana foul. DJ McConnell. First personal foul. 13 fouls.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2. Wallace.
And so he hits both. And here's Indiana now. Outside Matherin. With 1 on the clock. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Oklahoma City ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
Top and right side. Pass to Walker. He got a piece of it. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Matherin. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Out of bounds, it'll be Thunder ball.
And even losing big, you have to maintain composure if you want to avoid embarrassment.
60